Back in September of 2019, I bought my second ever pre-built mechanical keyboard. It was an Amp Pro 2 with Gateron brown switches. I had already built my first custom mechanical keyboard back in June, but the Amp Pro 2 was a keyboard that I come to really like despite it being a pre-built. It was a community favorite, especially among the Fortnite players, but I never played Fortnite before and I bought the keyboard for a different reason. If you're wondering why I bought it then, well, it was for the Bluetooth functionality. I wanted a keyboard that I could take with me to class to use alongside my tablet. Some people ask me why I didn't get a normal tablet keyboard, and the answer to that is because I'm a mechanical keyboard nerd, and we don't do that here. So why am I bringing up this story? Well, because the Ajazz K870T mechanical keyboard that we'll be reviewing today reminds me a lot of the Amp Pro 2. But a lot has changed in the keyboard hobby since the peak of the Amp Pro 2. Where does the Ajazz K870T stand in the market today? Stay tuned to find out. Today we'll be reviewing the Ajazz K870T sent over to me by EpoMaker. It is a 10 keyless Bluetooth mechanical keyboard, and at the time of the recording, it is $69.99 on Amazon. The unboxing experience is pretty straightforward, but I was caught off guard when I opened the box. I thought I had gotten the black color due to the cover, but turns out I had gotten the white version. So if you end up ordering a white version, don't freak out when you see the black keyboard on the box. Inside the case, you have your plastic keycap puller that nobody seems to like, the keyboard, user manual, USB-C cable, and some accent keycaps. Taking a look at the keyboard, it is made up of a plastic case, but has some decent weight to it. The side angle is pretty flat, but they add bumps on one side to give it a bit more angle. Additionally, there are flip-up feet if you want even more of an angle to the keyboard. Looking at what switches we got today, it seems that we got some red switches. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they're from Huano. We have seen these switches previously in my RK61 video, and to put it short, they're okay. It seems that a lot of these budget keyboards are using Huano, but at the end of the day, red switches are still red switches. You're not getting Gateron ink blacks here. Stabilizers here are plate mount as usual. With how quickly the budget keyboard expectations are changing, I wonder how long it will take until we start getting screw-in stabilizers on our keyboards. Anyways, these don't seem to be factory lubed, and as a result, they have a lot of rattle. I'll let you listen to them, but it might be a little bit painful. The keycaps they're using are your typical OEM shine-through ABS keycaps. These are really thin and not that good in my opinion. Strangely enough, the accent keycaps are made out of PPT material and are thicker than the ABS keycaps. I don't know why they didn't keep it consistent here and just have everything made out of PBT with the same thickness. Anyways, since we have them, let's put them on. I think that these accent keycaps are one of the reasons why this keyboard reminds me a lot of the Amp Pro 2, since the keyboard also had the accent keycaps in the same color. I always love having accent keycaps included, so I think it is a nice touch. But one more thing that confused me was that these accent keycaps look like they're shine through, but they're actually not. Strange choice here. Moving on, the Ajazz K870T comes with Bluetooth wireless mode just like the Amp Pro 2. It is tricky reviewing Bluetooth because when I review my unit without having any problems, I still get comments from people saying Bluetooth on my keyboard doesn't work, and how dare you say that Bluetooth is good on this keyboard? But just remember that I'm reviewing the unit I have and not your keyboard. Anyways, this keyboard uses Bluetooth 3.0. And if I'm being honest, I personally can't tell the difference between 3.0 or 5.0 or whatever number anything uses. They all feel pretty responsive to me, and for reference, I have my laptop right next to the keyboard. To activate Bluetooth mode, you switch the button on the back and press the Bluetooth button on the front. However, my favorite feature with this keyboard is not the accent keycaps, nor is it the Bluetooth. It is actually the volume wheel. The keyboard has this fun little wheel on the side to control the volume. What's cool about this wheel is that if you press the button next to it, you can actually control the strength of the lighting as well. I love having something convenient like this on my keyboard to control the volume, and I wish that more custom mechanical keyboards had something like this. Well, that covers all the features of this keyboard, so let's take a listen to a sound test of how this keyboard sounds. So what are my thoughts on this keyboard? I think that even though $69 is a pretty good value for a 10 keyless keyboard, there are some features that could be improved upon. First are the ABS keycaps. Cheap thin ABS keycaps are a bit outdated in the budget market today, as a lot of the other keyboards are starting to offer quality PBT keycaps. I really wish they kept the keycaps consistent, as the accent keycaps were thicker and PBT material. Another feature that could be improved upon are the stabilizers. These stabilizers are not that good and could use more factory lube. Good stabilizers are a key factor in making typing experience more enjoyable, and if this board was hot swap, maybe then that can be something I could try modding, but that's not the case here. That being said, there are still some good features on this keyboard, including the Bluetooth and the volume wheel. 10 keyless keyboards tend to be a bit more expensive than 60% keyboards due to being bigger, so it's not a bad deal at $69. However, if you don't need a 10 keyless form factor, we have seen better boards around the same price like the SK61. So I said this board reminds me a lot of the M Pro 2, but is it better? Well, the M Pro 2 had PBT keycaps and better stabilizers, so I don't think it is quite as good in my opinion. However, not everyone likes using small form factors like 60% keyboards, so the Ajazz K870T allows for those who want a bigger keyboard. That's going to conclude my review for today. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe as I post a lot of mechanical keyboard content that you don't want to miss. And come interact with me on my socials down below. Until next time, stay safe and take care.